Welcome back to Ride Radar, where horsepower meets heartbeats, and every review is built to make you feel the thrill, even if you're just watching from your couch. Today we're stepping into the future, and I mean literally stepping into it with the Lamborghini Revuelto, a car that doesn't just replace the Aventador. It reinvents what we think a flagship V12 Lamborghini should be. This is the brand's first plug-in hybrid V12. And while that phrase might make purists nervous, trust me, nothing about this car feels watered down. In fact, Lamborghini has used electrification not to tame the beast, but to sharpen its claws. What we have here is a fusion of brute force Italian engineering and cutting-edge hybrid tech, all wrapped in one of the most jaw-dropping exteriors ever to roll out of San Agata Bolognese. From the very first glance, the Lamborghini Revuelto's exterior is a visual adrenaline shot. Lamborghini has always made cars that look like they're moving at 200 miles per hour while standing still. But this takes that philosophy to an entirely new level. The nose is low and wide, with a pointed aggression that's part stealth fighter, part venomous creature. The headlights are Y-shaped LED units, recessed deep into sharp housings that almost feel like they've been chiseled into the body with a precision laser. Air intakes flank the front, not as decorative afterthoughts, but as aerodynamic gateways that channel air with surgical intent. Every crease and contour has a reason. Some guiding airflow to the radiators, others pushing it over and around the body to reduce drag and increase stability. The side profile is a sculpture of tension and release. The scissor doors rise upward with theatrical flair, revealing the low-slung cabin within. The muscular haunches bulge over the rear wheels, emphasizing the mid-engine layout, while massive side intakes gulp air to feed and cool that monumental V12. Even the roofline is engineered for aerodynamic efficiency, with subtle sculpting that guides wind toward the rear wing. Speaking of the rear, it's an event unto itself. The triple exhaust tips sit high, framed by taillights that echo the Y-shaped signature of the front. Below them, a massive diffuser and active aerodynamic elements manage airflow at high speeds. The carbon fiber monocoque isn't just lightweight. It's the skeleton that lets this wild body exist in such extreme proportions. Lamborghini didn't just design the Revuelto to be beautiful. They made it a functional piece of rolling aerodynamics. Beneath that aggressive shell lies a list of features that reads more like a weapons manual than a car spec sheet. At its core is Lamborghini's legendary 6.5-liter, naturally aspirated V12. Reworked to be lighter, more responsive, and capable of revving beyond 9,000 revolutions per minute. On its own, it produces over 800 horsepower. But the magic happens when you pair it with the 3 electric motors, 2 mounted on the front axle, 1 integrated into the new 8-speed dual-clutch gearbox. Together, they push the total output to an outrageous 1,001 horsepower. The electric motors aren't just there for acceleration. They give the Revuelto an all-wheel drive capability with torque vectoring so precise it can pivot the car mid-corner. In ways no purely mechanical system could, the lithium-ion battery tucked neatly into the central tunnel. It's huge at 3.8 kilowatt-hours. But it doesn't need to be. It's designed for instant bursts of torque and short-range electric driving. Perfect for slipping out of your driveway silently before unleashing chaos. Lamborghini's new LDVI 2.0 Lamborghini Dinamica Veicolo Integrata brain constantly analyzes grip, steering input, throttle position, and even the road surface to adapt everything from power delivery to suspension stiffness in milliseconds. The car offers multiple driving modes: Strada for street comfort, Sport for a sharper, more responsive drive, and Casa for maximum attack, with additional hybrid and EV-specific modes that let you tailor how and when the electric motors assist. Everything is designed for precision, speed, and drama. Inside, the Revuelto's cabin is pure Lamborghini theater with a heavy dose of next-gen tech. As the scissor door swings up and you drop into the low, enveloping driver's seat, you're greeted by a cockpit that feels like a cross between a luxury supercar and a fighter jet. Alcantara dominates the surfaces, accented by fine Italian leather and exposed carbon fiber. The driving position is perfect, low, centered, and forward-focused. In front of you, a 12.3-inch fully digital display delivers crystal clear information, from revs and speed to lap times and navigation. In the center, an 8.4-inch vertical touchscreen manages infotainment, hybrid climate, and hybrid settings, while the passenger gets their own slim 9.1-inch display to monitor speed, G-forces, or even control some media functions. The steering wheel bristles with controls, toggles for drive modes, buttons for suspension stiffness, and even a launch control switch. The start button remains under that iconic red flip-up cover, demanding a deliberate action to awaken the beast. Practicality is surprisingly better than you'd expect for a Lamborghini flagship. Storage cubbies, improved visibility, and clever packaging make it slightly more livable without sacrificing the theater. Customization is almost limitless. You can choose the stitching, the seat pattern, the leather versus Alcantara ratio, and even the finish of the carbon fiber. It's a space that feels intensely personal yet utterly intimidating in the best possible way. And then there's the performance. The part where the Revuelto stops being a beautiful sculpture and becomes a weaponized experience. With 1,001 horsepower and instantaneous electric torque, the car launches from 0 to 60 miles per hour in around 2.5 seconds. The top speed? Over 217 miles per hour. The acceleration is relentless. But it's the way the Revuelto delivers it that's truly addictive. The V12 roars with that unmistakable, naturally aspirated shriek. But the electric motors add an undercurrent of futuristic whine, blending old-school mechanical fury with new-age power delivery. The 8-speed dual-clutch gearbox is lightning-quick, firing off shifts with a crispness the Aventador's single-clutch could never match. In corners, the Revuelto feels impossibly agile for a car of its size. Torque vectoring pulls you through apexes like you're being slingshotted, while the adaptive suspension keeps the chassis flat and composed. Rear wheel steering sharpens, turning and makes tight bends feel effortless. Braking is equally jaw-dropping, with massive carbon ceramic discs backed up by regenerative braking that feeds power back into the battery. And perhaps the most surprising thing, despite all this insanity, the hybrid system allows for brief moments of calm. Switch to EV mode, and you can cruise silently, a surreal contrast to the drama that awaits with the press of the throttle. Lamborghini Revuelto isn't just a successor to the Aventador, it's a statement. A declaration that the future of high-performance cars doesn't have to abandon what makes them special. It's proof that hybrid technology can enhance rather than dilute, adding speed, agility, and precision without losing soul. It's as much a piece of art as it is a piece of engineering. A machine that excites every sense, challenges every reflex, and leaves a mark on your memory after even the shortest drive. With a starting price of around $600,000, it's a dream. Beyond reach for most, but even just knowing it exists makes the world a little more thrilling.